What is going on, gentlemen and ladies? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. I have a few clips we're going to be looking at today. I want to say thank you to all of you guys that have been subscribing. Got a bunch of new subscribers over the holidays. I really do appreciate it. And we got a few women as well. So welcome in women. There's a few women that I saw that has subscribed. So welcome in. We have a lot of fun here. We make a lot of jokes. We have some laughs. I think you're going to enjoy it. But if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit it. And hit the like button as well. Because, well, we're doing this every day. I'm just going to go ahead and get it started. Let's get into it.
And are women going to realize men aren't the problem? It's other women that give them bad advice about men.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I think women have realized this. And let me know in the comments what you think, fellas, and any women that are watching. I think that a lot of women have realized that I wouldn't say necessarily they're the problem, but there are definitely things these women could fix to make everything so much easier. But they don't want to do that. They absolutely do not want to do that. They all have their different reasons, sure. But in my opinion, there really is no good reason to be insufferable. There really is no good reason to just be an ugly, nasty person to people. Especially if you are trying, you know, a lot of these women, they're out there, they're trying to date, they're trying to meet men, and they don't understand that a man doesn't want to be around a woman that is complaining, that is arguing, that is dismissive, that has a bad personality, has a crappy sense of humor, that rags on him all day, that just causes a lot of issues and problems. Men don't want to be around that. So if you're looking at it like that, then yes, I absolutely agree. Women are 100% the problem.
This man told me that he needed a break because I was moving too fast. I don't know what the fuck that means, sir. You're 44, you've never made or had kids. Any slower, you're gonna be geriatric, freaking in a wheelchair finding what you need.
FBI, open up!
Yeah, I think he knows exactly what you offer him, and that thing is in the backseat making random noises and probably holding an iPad, watching some sort of brain rot cartoon or something. And the fact that he said that you're moving too fast, you know what that means? All that means is that it seems like you're just trying to find a guy. A lot of these single moms are just trying to find a guy to pay the bills. They're just trying to find a guy to help with the expenses, to help with the kid. When are women going to understand that even if the man is pushing 50, 60, 70, the last thing he wants is a woman with multiple kids to basically invade his life? So yeah, he probably found out you were a single mom and he decided to leave you be, which I don't blame him. A lot of men will do the same.
Am I the only one that's like this? Probably not. But when my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason, the rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing he can do about it to control it. But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry. So he's been puking all night, so I slept on the couch because he like moans and groans. He's like noisy when he's sick. And I'm gonna try and be a good wife today. I'm gonna try and get him some medicine. I think maybe it makes me so mad because if I'm sick, like I still like do my thing. Like I'm still a mom. I still have stuff I have to do. If I'm like super sick, I'll like stay in bed, obviously, if I can't even function, but like...
Shut your bitch ass up, you annoying little piglet, before I slap the shit out of you.
That's your choice. So if you're sick, you're still doing all the things that you want to do. Okay, that's your choice. Maybe you should lay in bed and maybe you should, ask your husband to take care of you. This entire mentality, and this is why I will always tell men not to get married, because you get stuck with women like this. This woman hates her husband when he's not available to do everything that she wants and needs. If he's sick for one night and she has an uncontrollable, fiery rage inside of her because that man is sick. She couldn't even stay in the room with him because of all the sick noises he's making. She had to go quarantine herself on the couch so that, he wouldn't bother her. This is what I'm talking about. Men get married to these women, and then these women are some of the worst women you can get involved with. And how much you want to bet this marriage is a loveless marriage? I bet you this guy hasn't gotten any in years. And she gets an insane rage even thinking about taking care of this man. So yeah, don't get married or else you get trapped with a woman like this that hates your guts.
Does anybody notice that we didn't used to use the word situationship? Because back in the day, they just called it getting used. So could we stop using this like gentle jargon and say it like it is? You're getting used, girl. You're getting used.
Oh,
fuck.
Well, women came up with that word. That's a woman word. Women are the ones that are able to get in situationships. A lot of men, a lot of average men, and I'm talking about 99% of men, are not able to get in and out of situationships. They're not able to get in and out of women's beds, women's bedrooms, and just get all of these different types of women without some sort of commitment. Average men cannot do that. So women had to create a word so that they didn't feel like such sluts. That's basically what it is. So what's a word that a woman can create so that they don't feel like they're just being slutty all the time? Well, a situationship. They're in a situation, you guys. They're in a situation. I'm not sure why ship is attached to the back of it, because it is not anything that resembles any sort of relationship. There's no relation there. You're just meeting the guy for the night from a dating app, and he's plowing you and he's moving on. Yeah, that's not a situationship. That's just you being a slut.
Good morning to everyone except anyone at Hinge who is involved in the algorithm, because why did it decide to show me first thing this morning, which is my own fault for waking up and looking at my phone, but first thing this morning, open Hinge, make sure I still have a date tonight that was planned, see if they confirmed. Who is on the front page of Hinge as my most compatible? The man who's fumbled me twice this year.
And your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? I like mugs because they're very comfortable in your hand and they hold the hot things that you don't have to touch. So, coffee or hot tea.
He didn't fumble you. Do women not know football lingo? Do they not know football lingo? Fumble means that he wanted to keep you, but he accidentally dropped you and another guy picked it up. That's what fumble means. Okay, for one thing, you're single. No guy picked you up. Okay, you're still on the same dating app you're meeting these random men at. And you're still getting these men that have used you and tossed you aside, and you're still getting matches with them. Okay, he's still wanting to plow you. Again, he wants it to be a repeatable thing. So this isn't a fumble. Basically, what the lingo you're looking for is a punt. That's what it's called. That's when the other team has to kick the ball to the other side of the field so that they don't lose yards and they have time to make sure the other team doesn't score. That's the lingo you're looking for. It's not a fumble. Okay, a fumble is a bad thing. Fumble is bad. Okay, you have not been fumbled. Okay, you're just unwanted. There's a big difference.
This is your reminder, there are approximately 4.14 billion other men in the world right now, and you are sitting around with a bum who can't give you the bare minimum. And if that 4.14 billion can't give you exactly what you want, at least 1 million of them can. At least. That's me being nice. You know? Never settle, ladies.
You can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing.
That's you being delusional. You're being delusional because out of those 3.whatever billion, 98% of them are named Muhammad and Akish. These aren't men you're going to be wanting to spend any time with. The men you're looking for don't exist. Okay, the man named Tom, that's 6'5", the finance bro, 6 figures, drives a Bugatti. He doesn't exist for you, sweetie. Okay, he only took you on his yacht so that he could crack you wide open, and then he set you back off to, so you could finish living the rest of your life. Now, I'm not going to tell you not to hold out hope. I mean, you can hold on to hope as long as you want. It's not going to help your situation, but this sort of mentality where women are telling other women, never settle, you should never settle. These women are going to be in their late 60s still saying never settle. Gertrude, that I refuse to have on my channel. That's all she talks about. Never settle, ladies. He's going to regret the day. No, he's not. No, he's not. He blocked you and he ghosted you because you were annoying and he got his use out of you. That was it. Bottom line.
Sometimes during this cold holiday season, I'm like, ooh, I would like a boyfriend, like Christmas is coming around. We could go like ice skating and get hot chocolate and all that fun stuff. And then I remember when I did have one of those, I was actually miserable. So that thought goes away immediately.
There you go. Absolutely. Sure. I agree. And I agree with a lot of these sentiments that these women like to talk about in their car, how they want a boyfriend and they want a husband and they want this and that, but then they think about all the other dudes that have turned them inside out and tossed them aside, and they don't want anything like that. They want something different. lady, you don't have any use for a man. You have to have some sort of value for a man to want to treat you a certain way. A lot of women nowadays, I'm sorry, but they have very little value. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to clean. A lot of guys are looking around and saying, okay, well, the women over 30 want to settle down, but they can't have kids. So, there's no family element there. And the women under 30 are too busy, getting passed around by these other dudes. So there's no romantic element there. So the men are checking out. So it really doesn't matter what you want or what you feel like you deserve. It's not going to happen either way.
Does anyone else come up with delusional reasons as to why you're not getting any matches on the dating apps? Because I do. I'm always like, oh, I must be too hot, too liberal, too bisexual. When in all actuality, I'm just a middle-aged, average-looking woman who lives in the middle of nowhere.
No.
You're 40 and you're lonely and you have to make TikToks to help yourself cope. And the 169 people that like this TikTok are just as lost as you.
Are there any guys out there anymore that like women who are independent, career-driven, exercises every day, loves to cook, loves to bake, goes to work, takes care of her kids, likes to go on dates, likes to have fun, that doesn't date multiple women? They'll actually text you, communicate like a big boy. I just don't think it exists anymore.
Do not go in there. Woo!
It does. Absolutely. And you know what? This is a perfect example of a woman that, okay, she has some kids in the background, sure. But she's probably in her, mid to late 40s. Nose ring is kind of childish and you get that nose ring out your nose. Sure, there's a guy out there for you. Absolutely. Is he going to be amazingly handsome and shredded? Look like Chris Hemsworth? Probably not. Probably not. You're probably not going to get that guy. Even though this woman is attractive, that really doesn't mean anything anymore. An attractive woman is only a good thing if there's other parts about her that make her even better. For example, if you have a woman that is super attractive, but she's mean, she has an attitude all the time, curses like a sailor, she's always on her phone, she's always complaining, she's ugly. That's it. She might look pretty, but everything else makes her completely repulsive for an average man. But on the flip side, you could have a woman that really isn't even that attractive. Maybe she just takes care of herself. Maybe she is just not morbidly obese. That is where the bar is at this point. Just don't be morbidly obese. A lot of men are like, fine, that's perfectly fine. Just don't be morbidly obese and don't be a completely ran through whore. And that's it. That's the standards. A lot of men are looking around and they can't even find that. So the fact that you want a guy that is wanting all these things and then you're getting close to 50, I mean, I hate to tell you, but I just don't see that happening for you. There will be a lot of men that will have no issue being a part of your life, but maybe only for a short while and maybe only for a short night.
I'm trying to be as positive as possible, but I'm pretty blunt and open and honest. But all these guys seem to just either get intimidated by me or they're just straight up losers. So surely there is at least one man out there.
And all we can do is pray for her. But still, this is real shit.
Yeah, there's plenty of men out there. There's probably plenty of men in your comment section that are going to be simping over you like crazy. But see, none of that matters. None of that matters because you're done. You will be on this never-ending search for this perfect guy, which will never come, by the way. This guy doesn't exist. But these women think they exist. These women think that there's this perfect guy and you should always keep your options open. And, this good guy, there's a better one right around the corner. But, well, now look at you.
Here's some dating advice for men coming from a girl. If a girl cancels on a date with you, two things will happen.
Not cool. Not cool. You have no idea how not cool that shit is.
Now, before she starts to talk about, holy screenshot, she looks like an idiot. Before she starts talking about what men should do when a woman cancels a date, here's the thing. First thing, if a woman cancels a date on you, it doesn't matter the reason. It doesn't matter when they canceled, why they canceled, anything. She's not into you. Okay, if a girl likes you, she'll keep the date. Simple as that. Because let me tell you something. She kept all those dates with Chad whenever Chad was breaking her wide open. All those dates got kept. You know what I mean? She never said no to that. And that's kind of the pattern here, is that if a woman likes you, she will let you know. If a woman doesn't like you, she will let you know. That's the bottom line. Also, in case you're confused, if a woman does cancel on a date, let's say for some reason you're choosing the date, which I'm not sure why anyone want to do that. But let's say you're dating and this girl cancels on you, cancels the date, just block her. Block her, never talk to her again. She doesn't like you. You're not going to be friends. You're not going to be getting coffee. You're not going to be chit-chatting. You're not going to be sending memes to each other. Just block her.
Anyone else in this weird state of being single where like their last relationship was so bad that they haven't been able to trust anyone since then, and anytime they've like let someone in a little bit, it's reminded you of what you went through before, so you just immediately are like, no, I can't do this, goodbye, and just like you can't do it. You can't let nobody in, because that's where I'm at, and I've been here for 5 years. I don't know how to fix it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I think your problem is you let too many men in. Way too many men, if you know what I'm saying. You're always open for business. That's the problem. That's why a lot of men ask women, say, hey, how many dudes have you been with? Because it definitely matters. It does matter. A lot of women like to think it doesn't matter. A lot of women like to think that it doesn't matter how many times they've been cracked wide open, how many times they've been plowed like damn pumpkin patch. They think it doesn't matter. It does matter. Because then you end up with a woman like this who wants to get, she wants to give guys another chance, but she can't open up. She can't be vulnerable again. Yeah, all you're doing is you are just damaging the next guy. That's all you're doing. And this whole thought process of, oh, well, I tried to do this, but then I'm closed off and I went to therapy. None of that matters. None of that matters because you put yourself in a situation that is so tough to get out of. You have completely mind fucked yourself. And it's, like she said, she's been there for 5 years. So, I mean, nobody did that to you but yourself.
You guys, my friend just hit me up and told me that another one bites the dust. So she met a guy. She was talking to him for a couple weeks or months. I don't know the details on that. But they met up for the first time and they linked, right? So they slept together. After that, his communication kind of started to retract, and then eventually he ghosted her. And this is what I told her, and I just wanted to share with you guys.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
So fellas, we all know, you know, I know, whenever these women say that a friend of theirs did something, it's never their friend. It's always them. She's telling us her story. So let's kind of break this down because women don't understand. You met a guy. You're a woman. You met a guy on a dating app. You like him. You think he's hot. You invite him over for just dinner. Just dinner. Nobody's cracking anything yet, but then he cracked you, didn't he? He split you wide open. And he completely annihilated that ass. To the point to where your nose got a little red or something. There's some sort of something happening here, you know. Maybe it's the seasonal allergies. Seasonal allergies. Maybe that's what it is. But no. In case any women don't know, if you're talking to a guy and you like this guy and he ends up cracking you the first night, he's not going to stick around. Actually, he's going to do the exact opposite of stick around, and he's going to run as far away from you as possible because he now knows that you do that with every guy. You let every guy crack on the first night. You give it up to every guy on the first night. So why would he stick around? Why wouldn't he find a woman that is a little bit more higher value, a woman that isn't going to let any random dude they meet online split her wide open? It just doesn't make sense. That's going to be it for me today. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below. Do not forget to subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And also hit the like button. And I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.